My name is Baljit Saini, and I'm from Los Angeles, California. I have 1,000,001 spiritual questions about the past, about the future, but in the present moment, I can only think of one question, and I wish to take a selfie with you, if you allow.
Is that the question?
Yes. Babaji, I'm sorry for yelling.
Thank you.
My name is Baljit Saini, and I'm from Los Angeles, California. I have 1,000,001 spiritual questions about the past, about the future, but in the present moment, I can only think of one question, and I wish to take a selfie with you, if you allow.
Is that the question?
Yes.
You want to take a selfie with me?
Yes.
That's the question.
Yes, because it's going to be, it's going to help me a lot in my future.
How? I love the boldness of the question. How is it going to help you?
I have transitioned from engineering corporate world into the healing world, and so far I'm seeing synchronicities happening because I'm more on a circadian rhythm, being natural, and a lot of interesting things are happening to me. It's putting me closer to more and more conscious, aware, higher elevated people. And so I thought I'd take the opportunity to ask you if you could take a selfie with me.
Okay. Later we can do. I'm surprised you say, I'm sure you're exaggerating, you have millions of questions on one side and millions of questions. That's not healthy.
Right.
Yeah, that's not healthy. You know?
I can ask one question if you'd like.
I may not answer it, but it depends. If I'm touched by it, then yes, go on.
Okay. Does free will exist, or is our destiny predetermined?
That is quite, you really want to know that?
Yes.
You have some limited play of free will. You have limited play of free will. You have the freedom to desire anything you want, but you don't have the freedom to get it. You have the freedom to dream whatever you want to dream, but you don't have the freedom or the power to make your dream come true in the way you imagine. So when the play of life opened up, and it is all these myriads of beings, each of them, not just human beings, also a fly, a mosquito, a bird, everything, they have a certain amount of will because they have a sense of individuality. Individuality is not the highest expression of consciousness. But once we have the sense of individuality, must come also a certain amount of autonomy, a sense of free will to go and move. So we are not really robots in that sense. There's some thought, feeling, some intuition, like that. So I would say that some free will is given. You don't have you may have the will to think what you want to think and use your mind in certain ways, but the free will to say, you don't have the power to make someone love you, for instance. You don't have that will or that power. You may have the will to say, I will that they do, but you don't have the power to make them do that. unless you're going to do some strange things or something like that.
I've been thinking, from the atomic level, atoms are, they're predetermined to do what they're doing. And then so are molecules, so are cells. And then if you go to the bigger picture, we're in our mother's womb for 9 months without any free will. And then when we're being raised by our parents. The solar system doesn't have free will either. So because of all of these, the small quantum to the large, if they don't have free will, is it our consciousness that allows us to have that small amount of free will and be able to make choices?
The experience and the expression of that is there. It's not merely a mechanical functioning. The sense of the spirit of consciousness, the spirit of that, it is expressed and experienced like that. Also, because we have the ability to experience things subjectively, meaning that you cannot experience the thing for what it is. As I say, the meaning of anything does not exist in the thing itself, but in the mind of the one who is perceiving it. So therefore, for someone this may be beautiful, another one it might be bad luck. It can be anything depending upon your conditioning. You see, like that. So all this is so much, some people, free will, when you have strong personal identity, is highly valued, highly venerated, but highly overrated for someone who is in the heart and simply seeing that life takes care of life at the level of their perception. You see?
Yes.
That doesn't mean that I don't do anything and life has to do it. No, it means that the life moves also in urges within me, and I may call it intuition or feeling or something, and also it feels that flowing, like one is flowing within life and is in harmony with it, rather than try to, fight against it. But even so great is the great harmony that even the play of disharmony becomes part of the great harmony. This is what I mean.
Yes, that brings me to the next question. This is the last question. So, does this mean that smaller paths in our life have to lead to a major destination? Like, are the major destinations always going to be there? The major destination.
What would be a major destination?
Like what our destiny is.
A destiny cannot be something fixed, because you see, you come to a point in the mind. You may say, "My destiny is to become something like this." But when you reach that level in which you say, "Yes, I've reached that," it cannot stay like that, because this is a dynamic world. So things begin to change here, depending upon the broadness of your wisdom and your acceptance. Then you may be broad enough to accept the changes. If you meet someone, you fall in love, you have a relationship. It's after a certain time, it's not the relationship you started with. It is growing. Each one is growing and developing. Is your love wide enough to accommodate the different changes that are happening? So there isn't a destination as a fixed thing. We speak about the creation of the world, but I would rather feel more like it's the creating. It's unendingly creating. It's a living thing. It's always on the move, always generating new shapes and forms.
Okay, thank you, Babaji.
Yeah, did it make?
Yeah, it makes perfect sense.
Okay,
yes,
good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And I'll see you afterwards for the selfie.
Okay. Is that a photograph of the self?